recently had a guy pay me $25,000 for business coaching, and he wasn't getting any results, which bothered me.
What are we doing right now? We haven't even got to any marketing stuff. I'm doing therapy to convince you to come on the coaching calls you paid 25 grand for.
He didn't come on any of the calls. He didn't use any of the training. He didn't even ask for help.
Oh, no, bro, there's a lot wrong.
So I jumped on a call with him personally, because I can't let that stand. I kind of roasted him.
Where's that number coming from? The depths of your colon?
My name is Dan Henry, and I built a nearly $40 million personal brand, and I'm gonna give you a recording of this $25,000 coaching call for free, because you're going to see that much like yourself, he has a great business.
Wow, that's amazing. 50 to 60 grand a month as a real estate agent?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
He was just making a few simple mistakes, probably the same mistakes you're making.
You don't have big problems. You have simple problems.
And if you fix these, you're going to grow. So if you've invested in coaching and you have not got results, I'm gonna show you what your coach failed to show you. And I'm gonna do it without charging you a dime. Enjoy the video.
Bucci, you are a real estate agent who is also coaching real estate agents. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and so who exactly do you help and what do you help them do?
I help established real estate agents who are making at least $150,000 a year scale their business to multiple six figures and beyond.
And how exactly do you do that?
I help them get more seller leads, get in front of more sellers, and convert more seller leads so they can scale their businesses using their website.
Cool. So this is like a coaching program, correct?
Correct.
And how much money have you made in what time period?
$48,000 in about 9 months.
Okay. And I imagine you want to like make a lot more, and that's why you're on this call today, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So what exactly do you need my help with? What's stopping you?
I don't think we figured out the messaging about how to talk about the offer and how to actually sell it. And so I think that's why I'm here.
Forget what you're working on. Just tell me what the problem was that prevented you from making more sales.
I think it was a marketing issue because we have an email list of 30,000 agents and our take rate was not great. It was probably less than 1% of people actually.
What was the offer price?
Offer price initially was $25,000. So we had a free webinar to then sell them to an event. And like tickets to an event. We had a 3-day event where we sold.
Okay, so you did like a challenge or like a virtual event.
Yeah.
And you did this to a deposit and then a sales call. You did right to the 25,000. What exactly did you do?
We initially did it to the deposit and then a sales call, but then nobody paid the deposit. And so
how many people were on?
150.
You had 150 people on and nobody gave a deposit. Did you try this before you got in my program?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. I was about that. No, your ass was not in my program and got no sales. Okay. All right. So you had 150 people on the challenge. How much did they pay to be on the event?
$47 for general admission, $197 for VIP.
So let's focus on the actual event, because if you got 150 people to pay to come to there, it seems like you kind of know what to do to get people there, right? You say you had 30,000 people, okay? And tell me exactly, what was the open rates? Like how many people actually opened these emails?
It was very low. I think it was maybe 2%. Like
2% open rate?
Yeah.
30,000 people, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had a 2% open rate. This is bad, okay? This is super bad. We have an email deliverability issue. There's some, so that's costing you a lot right there. Let's map this out, right? Let's just map this out because, so you had an email list, right? With 30,000 people, okay?
Correct, yes.
And you sent them to an offer for $47 to attend this training, right?
No, we sent them a free offer to a webinar, to attend a free webinar.
Why?
Because the email list was cold, and so we wanted to warm them back up by having them open.
Hold on, you sent them to a webinar to sell them a $47 offer?
No, like a free live webinar, yeah, to sell them.
And then what did you? So you took them to a free live webinar to sell them a $47 offer.
Correct.
Why? Why? It's $47, bro. You need a 3-minute video to sell that.
Yeah.
The math does not make sense, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to have a 20% show up rate, 20, 25, 30% show up rate to your webinar. Then some people are going to leave before you get to the pitch. Then you're going to pitch $47. Who does that?
Yeah.
That's no. Just send the $47 offer directly to the list. But did you actually have a 2% open rate?
Yeah, it was about that. Yeah.
How do you know that to be true? You're telling me that you're pulling the number. Where is that number coming from? The depths of your colon, or where are you getting it
No. So when last time I looked at our metrics, it was about an average of 2%.
But how do you know that it's 2%?
Oh, because of our system, like our system where our CRM
What do you
sends
use?
out we lose Go High Level.
So you logged in, you looked at the emails, and it said 2% open rate.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So number one, gotta fix your email deliverability, because that's terrible. It should be like 40%, not 2%. Even if you had bad email deliverability, it would be 20%. 15% is terrible. 2%, there's something deathly wrong. Like you got a major issue. Either you're spamming, I don't know what you've done, but that's a big problem. So have you considered reaching out to an email deliverability expert, or have you done anything to properly warm up your domain? Have you figured out how to actually set up email deliverability, anything like that?
No. I thought that our messaging was wrong, and that's so I was like, okay, let me.
Oh, no,
fix
bro,
that.
there's a lot wrong, but we're gonna go one step. We're gonna go one thing at a time. Okay. Just because you got a broken arm doesn't mean you also don't have a broken leg. All right. But
You're right.
why are you marketing to a list with 2% open rate? You got to fix that.
Yeah.
It's not about messaging, unless the subject line was, if you open this, your computer will blow up. If it was anything other than that, you got deliverability problems. Okay. So we need to fix it. So number one, you need to fix your email deliverability. If you're in my program, you should get a GHL account, which we have pretty good email deliverability on our private server. So are you still using something else?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I'll get you, I'll tell Ahmed, and I'll see if he can maybe do something about that. That's nerdy stuff I don't deal with, but that's a problem. So you sent them to a webinar here, okay? And then you sent them to an offer for $47, all right? So that's a lot going on here, okay? So then then they bought the challenge. The challenge was what? 3 days, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the challenge was 3 days. And then they went to how much of a deposit?
$1,000.
$1,000 deposit, which went to your high ticket program, which is the 25K, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so day 1, day 2, day 3, deposit, got it. How many people actually bought a ticket to this 3-day event?
60.
60. Okay, and not a single person put down a deposit?
No.
Okay. What was the? Yeah. So there's badness all around. Let me ask you this: how many people did you have on a webinar?
That was about. We had 3 different webinars, so it was about 150 people total.
And at 150 people, you got roughly a 50% conversion rate on $47, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course it's 50% because you didn't charge anything. So you don't get. We're not going to write home to mom for 50% conversion rate. But the problem here is that you did 3 days, you had 60 people on, they paid to be there. They also watched a webinar, and you did not get any deposits, right? So that's an issue, okay? Yeah. What was the name of the event, the name of the challenge?
The Magnetic Agent Challenge.
Okay, I hate that flowery stuff. Any particular reason why you called it that?
Because the whole idea was to be able to attract sellers to you as an agent. So, yeah, so we wanted to position as becoming a magnetic agent who can attract sellers.
So I've always made a rule that when I create offers and events, I try not to be freaking Edgar Allan Poe. I just do like here, some of my challenges that have done over $1 million are the Raise Your Prices Challenge, the Close More Deals Challenge, the Epic Pitch Challenge. These are very clear, like at the end of this, you will have this all in the title. So more seller leads challenge to me, or seller leads challenge to me sounds more appropriate because it directly tells them what they're going to get in the title. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, did you teach anything on the challenge?
Yes, we did. We did. So on day 2 was when we taught stuff about like frameworks of how to set up your business as a real estate agent, how to set up your website as a real estate agent to attract sellers. day one was more of exposing the gaps in their businesses, and then day two was teaching that content.
So was it a lot of training?
Yes.
Yeah.
Day two was. Day one wasn't.
Well, what did you do on day one?
Day one was more about making them aware of the gaps in their businesses where they're we call it money leaks, where they're leaking money in their business, of like how many deals they missed, how many sellers like they missed, all of that, making them aware of that on day one. And then day two was designed to like, okay, here's the fix.
So when you have an event like this, you have to have one core concept that people can easily wrap their brains around, all right? What is your core principle?
I'm not really sure.
Well, then why did you do an event?
Yeah. So I did the event because I was teaching agents how to generate seller leads online, essentially.
Okay, real quick, share with me something that you shared on this challenge, or like what you feel was the best part of the challenge. Share something for me on that.
Well, most real estate agent websites are beautiful, useless catalogs, right? And so we set up our website so that you actually have something to offer a seller. I mean, I could pull up my website and show you how we set it up.
If you have to do that, it's not a
yeah.
good explanation. Okay.
Okay.
I need to hear it in one paragraph, and I need to be like, oh, okay. So tell me again. I'm a real estate agent. I need seller leads. Why am I not getting them?
You're not getting them because your website when I go to your website, you have nothing to offer a seller. Most websites, most real estate agent websites are knockoffs of Zillow. So if a seller goes to your website, they're going to see your name, they're going to see search for your home here. They're set up for buyers, not for sellers. Whereas if I go to my website, it's messaging is set up directly to speak to sellers, the conversation that a seller is already having in their mind.
So are you trying to tell me that their website needs to have a page just for sellers?
So
because I'll tell you what, I already know what the problem is. The problem is you don't have a good argument, right?
Okay.
It's as if, like, you know how you see these political guys, they get up and some of them are liberal, some of them are conservative, and they argue, and they always have the same views, but the person that wins the argument simply has a better argument, right? Like, you've noticed that, right? So this is what this comes down to. Selling, marketing, even branding comes down to one simple thing: having a good argument. Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not even saying that you're right. I'm saying that how you explain your position, that's what's going to determine success or not. So you're right. You haven't nailed the messaging, because I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So that's the thing. We have to make the argument good. Okay. If we can make the argument good, your business is going to grow. It's that simple, right? It's like you never lose if you know what to say. So I need to first understand what it is you're trying to say, and then I can help you say it better. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So are you trying to say that if I go to your website, if I see an ad and I go to your website, or if I see you on social and I go to your website and I just see this hodgepodge of listings and this and that, as somebody who wants to sell their home, I'm probably not going to do anything. But if I see a page specifically speaking to me, then I'm going to do something?
Yes.
It's a thin argument, man.
Tell me why.
It just doesn't blow my skirt up. It's something that I feel like I could read on YouTube, like, hey, or see on YouTube, like, hey, you should probably have a page just for sellers, like a simple page that says, hey, looking to sell your home, get a valuation report. It doesn't make me go, oh, wow, this is different. This is new. This is exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's do this. Let's just Control Alt Delete, and let's get rid of all this. All right.
Okay.
You are a real estate agent, correct?
Yes, I am.
Now, how much do you make per month as a real estate agent?
50, 60,000.
50, 60. Well, congratulations. That's really good.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. 50 to 60 grand a month as a real estate agent?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Now, do you do that because most of the people you work with are sellers?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a lot of real estate colleagues and friends that make way less than you?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think I'm trying not to go back to what I just said. Like, I think that at the end of the day, they don't know how to talk to sellers. They don't know how to get in front of more sellers. Like, sellers lead generation is the name of the game.
Well, how do you get in front of sellers?
I get it by prospecting them and then sending them my website. And then they call me back and say, hey,
how do you
I
prospect?
want to talk to you. Cold calling for sale by owners, door knocking, sending out mailers.
Like, somebody said, hey, you can only market your real estate business one way. which way would you choose?
Prospecting.
Okay, but what does
Cold
that
calling.
mean? Cold calling. Okay.
Cold calling for sale by owners and expireds.
Okay, say that to me like I'm 5. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so for sale by owners are people who have said, hey, I want to sell my house. I don't want to use an agent. Expireds are people who have said, hey, I want to sell my house. I hired an agent, but that agent failed and wasn't able to sell the house. So these are 2 people who have already raised their hand and say, I want to sell my house and I need help. So cold calling those people as an agent who has a track record of being able to help other people in the same situation.
So what you're saying is you find seller leads and you get seller listings by contacting people who are selling their home without a real estate agent.
Yes.
Okay. I wouldn't use the... Go ahead.
Or people who have already hired a real estate agent and that agent failed and wasn't able to get the job done.
But so they're currently not using a real estate agent.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So let's not use the term cold calling because that's a dirty word. Okay. We're not going to use profanity in our marketing.
Yes, sir.
So I would say contacting.
Yes.
Isn't it just so much less like, you know, like cold calling? You know, hey, contacting, connecting, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You are making $50,000 a month as a real estate agent because you connect with sellers who are not currently using a realtor. Either they don't want a realtor or they had a realtor that failed, right?
Correct.
Okay, now you see how we just took all that bullshit and put it into one simple sentence?
Yeah.
Like, you see how much more clear that is? Like, if you walked into an elevator and somebody was like, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I help real estate agents grow their business by showing them how to connect with sellers who aren't using an agent because they don't want one or the one they had failed. Like, does that not sound a bit more clear?
Yes, it does.
You cannot be good at marketing or copywriting or sales. And if you're just clear, you're already better than almost everybody because everybody over explains what they do to a point where nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. All right.
Yeah.
Whether they're good at what they do or not. Okay. All right. You're clearly good at what you do because you just told me that you made 50 grand a month doing this. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever gone to your friends, your colleagues and said, man, you're not making that much money. You should do this thing instead and you'll make a lot more money like I am. Have you ever done that?
Yes, I have.
And what was their initial reaction?
Initially, they thought it was hard. They didn't want to do it. But then I kind of gave them some coaching around it and they did. And the agent I told you about earlier that got a $650,000 listing in 24 hours, that was from me telling him what to do.
And on your challenge, how many times, especially in day one, do you show them how to be the type of person that does hard things?
Didn't show them that.
Let me ask you a question, Bucci. Let's say you had to get somewhere and it was very important that you got there and you could choose from 2 roads. Now, let's say one road is very smooth. Literally, the car could float across it. The other road has potholes. It's very rough and the car's going to be super bumpy. Okay? You would obviously choose the easier road, right?
Right.
Okay. But what happens now if everybody chooses the easy road and that road is full of traffic and you can barely even move? It's gridlock. But the hard road, the one with the bumps and the potholes, there's like nobody on that road, like 1 or 2 cars. Now, which one would you choose?
The second one.
The hard one, right?
The hard one, yeah.
So what you're telling me is less people want to do hard things, right?
Yeah.
So that means that if you choose to do something hard, there's less competition, correct?
Correct.
Which means ultimately, if you can simply get over the emotional impact of doing something hard, it actually in real practice becomes easier because which road gets you to your destination faster?
The hard road.
Right. So now we have to ask ourselves, if we want to be successful, not just at real estate, but at anything, what actually means hard or easy? Is easy getting there quicker or is easy how we feel about getting there quicker? Because if easy is, I want to feel good while I do it, well then fine, do the easy thing and stay in gridlock and never get it done. Yeah. But if easy is, hey, I'm going to get it done way faster, but I'm just not going to feel super comfortable, well, then wouldn't that mean that the easy road is actually the hard road?
Yeah.
You see, right now, today, I'm going to teach you something that works really well. Now, how many of you would like to make $50,000, $60,000 a month as a real estate agent like I do? You would like to do that, right? Well, I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. But I know that each and every one of you, when I show you that, you're going to say, well, that sounds hard. And so what I want to address before I show you that is what hard actually means. Because if you feel that hard means it takes forever to get there, that's what hard means to you. But if hard means to you that I'll get there faster, but I just don't feel good, then that's what hard means to you. So my question is, would you rather get there faster and just be a little bit uncomfortable, or would you rather take 10 times longer to get there, but be super comfortable the whole time? First one or the second one?
First one.
First one, right? Okay. So can we all agree that even if I teach you something today that you might perceive to be as hard, really your definition of hard or easy is just a construct in your mind. And it's not actually going to be hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the trade-off for that discomfort is speed. Would you rather have comfort or speed?
Speed.
Speed. Okay? Can we all agree that we're going to open our minds to what I'm about to show you? Even if it seems hard, by the time you get through this challenge, you'll see that it is actually easier than the alternative. Is everybody open-minded enough to consider that as we dive in? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you see what I just did there? Did you say anything like that on the challenge?
No, definitely not.
That's why people do die, okay? Because the whole time, here's the thing, right? When you're making an argument, when you're holding an event, doing sales, you have a start and you have a finish, right? Okay? And so there's this linear line. Now, to get from here to here, there's a bunch of roadblocks, okay? There's a bunch of things that happen. So the first one is, crap, this seems hard. If we don't get rid of this roadblock, they're never going to get to the buy point, okay? So there's going to be a series of objections, both in their head currently and objections they hear as they hear your argument. Thoughts they have, reactions. Each one needs to be dealt with before you can actually say, hey, you should buy this thing. You should give me money. So now you have, when you get rid of all these, you have this open road. You have this open road with no roadblocks, no boulders, where they can make the sale. But the thing is, you're not addressing these things. So this right here was the it's hard objection, okay? Did you ever address it? Did you ever address or reframe them mentally as human beings on what hard means? Did you redefine hard? Did you show them that it's okay to do the hard thing?
No.
Well, that's why the whole time during your event, they thought it was hard.
Yeah.
And so if they think it's hard, they're not going to give you $25,000 to do a hard thing. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you smiling. So this is the light bulbs going off?
No, this is gold. Like this is because we never addressed any of this. We were more focused on like showing the gap from where they are to where they could be, and then how they can bridge that.
Now here's a funny thing. You charged $25,000 for your program. You paid $25,000 for my program, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Have you gone in and scripted your entire event through that program?
Not yet.
How long have you been in the program?
2 months I've been in the program. In your program, yeah.
Right. So have you produced any assets from the program yet? Have you written a book, like I said, to write in it? Have you produced a webinar? Have you done a presentation? Anything?
So no, I've been working through like the first 2 workshops that you have.
Yeah, but that takes like an hour. Where are you stuck?
So again, like I thought our problem.
No, wait, hold on a second. I haven't seen you on the calls. Why haven't you been on the calls?
So I would honestly, I have a Wednesday. I have a schedule conflict on Wednesdays. Like
What is this? What is the conflict?
So I lead another training on Wednesday mornings.
For your business?
Yeah.
Why don't you just reschedule it? Why don't you just say, hey, it's now at this time? Come on, bro. Like, give me. Bro, if all of a sudden I had something happen where I couldn't do my calls on it, I would just say, okay, now it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Moving forward, on Thursday. Done. Finish.
So I've been partnering with my coach. So it's like really his coaching company. And so I just never thought to say, hey, can we move this?
Hey, I have a very important call that I take every week at this time. And we invested a lot of money into this so that we can grow this business together. I need to make this call. If I make this call, we will sell more and both of us will make more money, have nicer cars, and our wives will be happier. Yeah. Can we move this training to the next day or an hour before or whatever so that I can attend this call and we can grow the business? Have you ever thought about asking it that way?
No, I haven't.
Bro, you don't have big problems. You have simple problems that are you're just leaving addressed. Like this is not hard, bro. Like just reschedule the damn call, okay? Because if you had come on those calls, I would have looked at this and you'd have already had a much better version of this event up. It would have converted and you'd have probably had a new car by now. So like I want to help you, but you gotta You got to do
For
this
sure.
stuff. Okay. So what are you stuck on in the, like, why 2 months? Like, what? Like, I haven't heard from you. You haven't been on the calls. I haven't seen posts in the group. Tell me, like, have you just been waiting for this call?
Yeah, I mean, so I got through like the workshop too, and I kept like failing on the assessment that you have.
Did you come on the coaching calls
So
to get help with it? You didn't, right?
no,
'Cause you had
so
another.
so
Okay.
yeah,
What's the failing? So what part did you fail? Let me help you now.
it was the messaging part. So like it kept saying
Yeah.
that like my messaging wasn't good, and I
Yeah.
wasn't really sure how to tweak it.
What you're really teaching is, if you want to grow your real estate business, you need to be willing to go after the people nobody else are going after. Would you say the average real estate agent calls owner leads or sell by owner and expired?
The average, no. Now there
Why
are a lot
not?
of agents. It's hard. It's like it's facing rejection on the phones. Like people don't like that, and they just shy away from it.
Most of what your event's going to be is therapy for these people. You realize that?
I do.
What do you
now,
think I
yeah.
do, bro? What are we doing right now? We haven't even got to any marketing stuff. I'm doing therapy to convince you to come on the fucking coaching calls you paid 25 grand for. That's what we're doing. This is a therapy session, okay? You have to do that for your people, because 90% of what prevents them from buying and or getting the result after they buy is their emotional bullshit. You got to help them through that. Just like I'm helping you through your emotional bullshit, just like when I've worked with my mentors, they've helped me through my emotional bullshit. Human beings are not logical creatures that get emotional. They're emotional creatures that try and fail to use logic. In other words, we are all fucked up, and you got to go in knowing that, all right?
Yeah.
How did you convince the people that got results to call these leads?
So a lot of them were already calling leads. And we just said, okay, here's a platform that we can give you to now like basically get 10x your results that you're getting from calling the leads. So they're already calling the leads, and then we just give them the website and all of that, and it increases their conversions.
Okay, so if you were to describe the lead that you call, meaning the for sale by owner or the expired, what is special about that lead? Like how would you describe why that lead is amazing versus a normal other lead?
They're motivated. They've already indicated to the market that they want to sell their home, and now they just need somebody to help them do it.
Why is that better than a normal lead?
Because if I meet 10 people today, only 2 of them might actually want to buy or sell a house today. The other 8 are going to do it at some point in the next 5 years.
So we need to reframe difficulty. So I contact what I call undiscovered leads or some shit, right? Come up with some fancy name for it. These are sellers that are already trying to sell their properties, but they're not using a realtor. And again, it's either because they had a realtor that failed, or they just trying to do it by themselves. They're do-it-yourselfers, right? So that's another way you could frame it. You could call them the do-it-yourselfer, right? Why are these leads better and actually easier to close than a standard real estate lead? Because right now, guys, would you agree that the reason you're not calling these people, you're not even attempting it because you think they're too hard to leads to close, right? And why do you think that? Because they've said that they don't want a realtor. But let me ask you something. Fellas, how many of you are married? Are you married, Bucci?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many times have you asked your wife, hey, is something wrong? And she said, no, everything's fine.
Too many to count.
And was it fine?
No.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so we've established that people don't always tell the truth, right? They don't always say what they mean, correct?
Right.
So is it possible that someone who sells their home by themselves, it's not, even if they say they don't want a realtor, it's not that they don't actually want a realtor, it's they don't want a bad experience with a realtor, correct?
Right. Correct.
Got it. And so if you can show them that they would actually have a good experience and a better experience than doing it themselves, would it stand to reason that they would consider hiring you?
Yes.
Okay. So then what we've discovered here is that the only reason you don't call these people is because you believe every human being says what they actually mean. Something that you also know is fundamentally not true. So is the issue that these leads are hard to close, or is it the issue that you're actually lying to yourself and this lie is preventing you from abundance, preventing you from money that you could have? You see how I'm doing that?
Yeah.
Bro, you do this the whole event. I'm not teaching, I don't even know anything about selling real estate as a real estate agent, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a real estate investor, but I don't know nothing about agent shit.
Mm-hmm.
What am I teaching you about agents? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
But, okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, tell me you get it.
I get it.
Okay, so your big idea for this, your core principle is going to be something like the most profitable leads are the ones that say they don't want you, or the best leads are the ones that don't want an agent, or the best leads are the ones most people are afraid to contact. So see, these now you can start feeding these into our AI and come up with different ideas and this and that. And I bet you'll pass that assessment and move on to the next level, right?
Mhm.
So the whole crux of your event should be, these are the leads. It's very simple. It's if you want more seller leads, you have to reach out to these people and you have to get over the emotional BS of reaching out to these people. And you give them a little bit of how to. So share with me very quickly, condensed, teach me something that you teach on the training.
Well, we teach how to set up their business so that they not only are attracting leads up front.
No. Actually teach it to me. Don't tell me
Okay.
what you teach. Teach it to me.
Got it. So there's an A, B, and C team whereas how you separate people in your database. Your A team, you call every month and you send a newsletter every month. Your B team, you call every quarter. Your C team, you don't call at all. And so this way, you never have anybody fall through the cracks. You never have any like people in your CRM that you haven't reached out to, because everybody gets assigned a certain level based on their level of interaction with you.
And is this like one of the things you teach that you think is like gold?
It's more than that. It's like what my coach calls Kevin, the real estate vortex, about how to set up a business that is geared towards repeat and referral business. And so,
It's very confusing. And it's just like tips and tricks type stuff. There's no transformation here.
Because I put her into my CRM and she now referred me business, even though she didn't hire me. So I was able to convert that into additional business because I valued the relationship rather than just the transaction that I would have gotten from her. So
let me show you this, right? I'm gonna make this up, okay? How many of you get discouraged when you try to get a deal, they say no, and it's like you don't even want to follow up because you just don't want to get rejected. They already said no, right? Let me tell you a weird story about how I learned what rejection is and what it isn't. One time, I met this absolutely beautiful girl, very beautiful girl in this at this event. I got her number. We hung out a little bit, and I told her, I said like, "Hey, I'm interested in you," and she turned me down. She said, "Wow, you're like a really nice guy. You'd probably be a great guy for somebody else, but for me, I don't know. It's like you're too nice for me." Okay. Now, when she said that to me, I don't know why she said that. Maybe she's got head issues. Maybe it was an excuse. I don't know. I said something that just popped into my head. I said, well, if you have any friends that are as nice and sweet as you, be sure to let me know. And it's just something, I was just trying to be kind, right? She said, well, actually, I do. I'll let you know, right? Now, we had bonded a little bit over this football game, right? The Tampa Bay Bucks were playing, right? So a couple of weeks later, there was a game and there was this amazing play. And I knew she liked the Bucks. So I just sent her a text. I said, hey, I hope you're doing well. Did you see that play? And she said, yeah, that was insane, right? And so we started chatting a little bit about the play, right? And then a couple more weeks went by and the Bucks got into the playoffs. And I texted her again and I said, hey, did you see they got into the playoffs? She said, yeah. As we were chatting, she said, hey, I actually have a friend that I'd love to introduce you to. I said, a friend? She said, yeah, like one of my girlfriends. She's really sweet. She's really kind. And she honestly she's not like me. She loves nice guys. I thought we're going to go out and watch the game next weekend. Would you like to come? And I said, yes. And so I went, I met this girl. We had an amazing time. And that was 2 years ago. And by the way, that girl's over here right now. She's my wife. So I tell you this story, not because I care to share my personal life with you or how I met my wife, but I care to share this story with you because most of us don't keep in touch with our leads because we feel that if they say no to us, that automatically means they'll never refer us to someone else. But in fact, we don't need them to say yes to us. We just need them to say yes. And sometimes that yes is yes, I'd love to introduce you to a friend of mine who's selling their house. And so a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, I started following up with everyone that I knew would not hire me. And you know what happened? We increased our, insert number by this many percentage, whatever. And that's the day I realized that the only reason I was afraid of rejection was because I didn't know what it actually was. Okay? This is what you should be doing, not ABC leads and then the CRM. And they're not going to remember any of that, right? They're going to they're going to go home and they're not going to remember any of it, but they're going to remember the story about your wife. They're going to remember the story about the girl that rejected you. They're going to remember the story about how she said she didn't like nice guys. She doesn't like nice guys. What kind of girl is that, right? Like relatable human stories, analogies, and metaphors that show them a shift, a different way of viewing things. That is what creates customers, not sharing a bunch of stuff that they're going to forget in 10 minutes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Okay. So, bro, you have a great offer. You're just not explaining it very well. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. I promise you. Just, bro, do you feel like you could go through the modules now and kind of like use them a bit better now that you've received a bit of coaching on this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So why don't you reschedule that call and attend the coaching call so we can make you some money?
Yes, sir. Yes,
you got it. You got a good offer, bro. You just need a little coaching. I would have been doing this with you for the past 2 months if you would have come on the calls, man. I mean, I'll take your money, but I would really I really like to also be able to say, hey, yeah, Bucci gave me money, but look what I did for him. But I can't do that if you're not taking advantage of what you paid for. Bro, this is all fixable. This is something I have seen 50,000 times in my career. Somebody just does not know how to say shit. That's it. It's not complicated. It's just a matter of, I mean, every president that's ever been elected, there was 50 other runners had the same beliefs. Oh, we should have gay marriage. No, we shouldn't have gay marriage. Oh, we should have immigrants. Oh, no, we shouldn't have immigrants. It's all the same stuff. It's how well they explain their position. That's how they get in office. Not much has changed. Like the Republicans want tighter immigrations. The Democrats don't. They want religious stuff. The other ones don't, right? Like blah, blah, blah. It's the same stuff. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
So any questions? Give me some questions here.
Definitely, your point is well taken about me like going back through the modules. I think you just did this on the fly, right? What is a like kind of high level guiding principle that I can use to like kind of, because like I'm in it every day, so like the jargon comes naturally to me, but I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
Did you watch the module on how to create your principles and your content for the challenge?
I don't think I got there yet.
But that's why, okay, you don't know this. Okay, like, bro, everything I'm teaching you right now is in the freaking program. Like, literally, and it's actually better in the program because I'm just giving you, which, by the way, you can use this. You can take this and use this. It's yours, okay? I mean, you probably have to come up with a slightly different story about the wife, but same idea, right? So how to craft these parables, these analogies, these stories that ultimately make people see the world differently. This is all in the program, dude. This is why I charge 25 grand for this. When you learn this, you become a master influencer. Like the level of your ability to communicate gets at such a high level that whatever you want in life, you can have simply through the communication. Like you could use this stuff. This is not even just selling, bro. You could use it. Like I have used what I'm doing right now to get into deals, situations, networking, bro, you can use this on your wife. Okay. Like I've used it with my son. This is showing people how to think differently. This is the core of influence, the core. I don't even want to call it persuasion because I don't like that word persuasion. Persuasion means I'm convincing you. To me, influence means I'm showing you the truth and I'm just allowing you to see it. Okay. Because the truth is, if they just called these people, they would make more money. The truth is, it's not that what they're doing isn't working. It's that they have emotional problems, and that's why they're not doing it. These are truths, right? Yeah. So this is beyond sales and marketing. This is allowing people to see the truth. It's almost like evangelism, if you want to use that word. I promise you. Look, here's what I would do. Go through it. If it says it's not perfect, just keep going. Learn this stuff, because even if you didn't do it correctly, not doing it correctly means you get a low conversion rate, not no conversion rate, right?
Yeah.
Doing it correctly means you just get a stellar one. So even if you just went through the modules and you even remotely got this part right, you're still going to make more sales. I just try to show you how to do it properly so you can achieve stupid numbers like I do. Like you've seen what I've made on my challenges. It's absurd. Like the December one, we did 800 grand with no sales calls. Who does that? Like from talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I am humbled to know this stuff, right? Like I delivered pizza for 7 years. My life sucked. When I learned how to, this masterful communication frameworks, it changed my life. So I'm not teaching you what I know. I'm teaching you what I've discovered, right? Like Newton didn't create the law of gravity. He discovered it. He discovered that there are rules. There are rules to communication, right? When you learn these rules, you can become an effective communicator and you can grow your business or save your marriage or whatever. Like you will never lose if you know what to say. That is like literally my motto. So the more you can study on how to say things, every category of life gets better. What is a personal brand? Like, you know, if you have a personal brand, you live life on easy mode, right? Yeah. Well, what is a personal brand? It's engineering what people say about you. If you can control what people say about you, well, then you have a great personal brand. Well, how do you do that? Well, you know what to say in order to engineer what they say. It all comes down to how to use your words, okay? Yeah. Go through the program, get on the damn calls. Let's get this thing converting and let's make you some money.
For sure. We'll do.